Max is an online retailer who will be affected by the new packaging law that will be enforced from the 1st of January 2019, replacing the existing packaging ordinance. The packaging law applies to all manufacturers and distributors who place certain types of packaging onto the market, those made of cardboard or plastic, for example. The new law will bring some changes for Max. In the future, he will have to register with the newly created German National Packaging Authority, the so-called Zentrale. If he doesn't, he won't be allowed to sell his products. If he sells them anyway, he risks paying heavy fines. Max will also have to submit information about his packaging to the Zentrale and, just like today, license the packaging with one of the authorized packaging schemes in Germany. The latter are responsible for the collection and recycling of waste packaging. Starting in 2019, the packaging schemes will also have to report the quantities of packaging licensed by Max and all their other customers to the Zentrale. Only this high degree of transparency, enabling the Zentrale to compare the data reported by Max with the data reported by the schemes, will ensure a fair distribution of costs. Although Max may delegate his obligations to third parties, a packaging scheme like Landbell, for example, he remains responsible for meeting these obligations. And while he is required to manage registration and data reporting by himself, he can be assisted by a third party. The aim of the law is not only to ensure that all manufacturers and distributors participate in the system, but to increase the recycling targets for the various materials significantly, starting in 2019 and then again in 2022. The new law also introduces some other changes. For example, the definitions of secondary packaging and shipping packaging used by distance sellers have been amended too. At first glance, this all seems pretty complicated, but these amendments were necessary to take the next step, to increase the amounts of packaging being recycled, which can contribute towards a circular economy and achieve a fair distribution of the related costs.